Yes, that's right. It's another week of a big deck energy as we talk about 2 more hours of Below Deck on Bravo. I'm Rob Cesternino, back with the co-captain of the Below Deck recaps. It's Sasha Joseph. Sasha, how are you?
So good. I feel like I have been really into like this Titanic ship gate or whatever.
Uh-oh.
So I'm in it. So I was like, "Oh, I'm in there. Now I'm on below deck." So uh, I just need to learn how to swim and I'm going to be a water baby. I can't wait.
Yes. Okay. Well, everybody is talking about the submersible.
Yes.
I was in bed last night, just to give you a little behind the scenes story, and my wife at like 1:30 in the morning, I guess she couldn't sleep and she had been on her phone and said to me, "Hey, did you know about the people in the boat for the Titanic?" And I was like, "Oh, did they find them? Did they get saved?" She's like, "Oh, no, I just wanted to know if you heard about that." Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. I did
I'm
hear
on
about
the
that.
internets.
Yes. She was like 4 days late to the
Oh
story,
no,
and then
Nicole.
in her insomnia had, discovered, the very sad story about it, but, no, we have happier stories to talk about on the
Yes,
water
we
here,
are.
on 2 more hours of Below Deck. Sasha, how are you?
I'm so good. My birthday's next week, just like
Are
Gary.
you, renting a sailing yacht?
No. Maybe for like my 70th birthday, and maybe I'll have saved enough money by
Mhm.
then.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How are you, Rob? You're back home?
I'm back home. Yeah,
Yes.
I the last 2 weeks that I did this podcast, I was on the road, and I am very happy to be, back in, my home base, where, things are so much easier. So I'm very excited to be back, but always excited to be talking to you. Of course, if you missed it last week, that Sasha and I were on the Nothing But Netflix podcast talking with my co-host Chappelle about Never Have I Ever, a show that is near and dear to Sasha's heart, a show that she podcasts about over on Silent Podcasts. So that was a nice in-between podcast that we actually did the night that we recorded the last one, but excited to be back on track here for 2 more hours of Below Deck. But I have to say, not the two most exciting hours in the history of Below Deck.
Yeah, I feel like we have, like I told you this pre-show too, but I feel like we have enough to talk through. But does that equal fun?
Hmm.
Methinks not.
Oh, we'll have fun. We will
Yeah.
have fun.
Well, because
But
we are fun.
in 2 hours, we didn't really have any new storylines or anything like that. So a lot more of the same with the love triangle, but probably not as heated as things had been over the last couple of weeks. But we will talk it all through. And of course, this is a show that is very interactive with the audience. We do this one live. And so we love to hear from you. And of course, we will throughout the course of the night. So keep your comments and questions coming for us as we talk through Below Deck. Sasha, is the end in sight? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel with Below Deck
Yes.
sailing yacht?
Yes, I believe next week is a 2 week, then maybe July 4th is off, then another 2 weeks, and then one more reunion, and we're done.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's it. So, I
Okay.
guess 4 more episodes and a reunion.
Yeah, so this was 2 hours of Below Deck. We saw the basically we got through 2 more charters. We saw the tail end of the first group that was there that loved Johnny Cakes and got to have that group come through. And then we also got a whole other group, Tim and his crew. They came through as well. And so it's rare that we like ended the episode with nobody on the boat, but that's what's been going on. Usually I feel like that we do these like 2-part episodes.
Yeah, I feel like they're moving quick with these charters because I think the guests aren't giving us much, at
No,
all, and I'm really sad that you didn't really get to
except when they hurt
experience.
themselves.
Yeah, but even then, I don't know that that's fun. It was like 15 minutes, cool, but you haven't, like, experienced, like, really horrible guests, and that makes me sad. So I might have to send you some YouTube compilations because that truly is icing on the cake.
Maybe the worst was the first charter of the
Yeah,
series.
that's it.
Yeah.
And trust me, we've had much worse. Johnny Damon, horrible guest.
Johnny Damon, the baseball player?
Yeah.
Well, he is a Yankee.
Listen. Oh, my dad's a Yankee fan. I shouldn't say that, but no, listen. He was
Mhm.
a mess, drunk as hell, acting up. We've had some ridiculous guests, and I'm sad that we got nice people here. I don't need that. Okay, below deck, get out of here.
Yeah. Got some nice people that came through. Okay, what's the number one thing you want to talk about, Sasha?
Oh, I know. What do we want to talk about? I think we can get through the throuple
Yeah.
situation. Because my God, that's it, right? That's all these 2 episodes were. Everyone else just kind of is there so they don't get fined, I feel.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's update on the thruple. So you had Gary in literally and figuratively showing his whole A word.
Yes, 1000%. Okay,
And I
I'm
say that
tired.
because as of right now, I think that both of my kids are right outside my podcast door.
Hello. Welcome.
They can only hear my side of the conversation.
Thank God, because listen, me
Mhm.
trying to censor myself is very
Mhm, mhm. But frickin' Gary, and I can't wait to talk about him as the sushi on Gary because that was gross, so disgusting. I mean, I
disgusting.
don't know. I could talk about like the 10 grossest things that Gary has done this season, but
Just this episode.
yeah. I mean, but like he's ridiculous. I mean, we had
Yes.
that one night where they partied in between the 2 charters and like he was being horrible to everybody. He told Mads that she was on the phone and he was like, what do you say? You're pathetic.
Yeah.
What's your
He's
freaking problem, dude?
and apparently he was just that drunk that he talks like this. I mean, I'm so tired of this fool, right? Like, get your weird Lord Farquaad self out of here, right? And I was creeping on their Instagrams for some reason,
Yeah.
and Gary, first of all, people don't comment on like their Instagrams. You're mean. But someone was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Gary's
just to
a."
go on a podcast and do
Yeah,
it. All right. Have some decency, people.
correct. Okay. Just I don't are they listening to us? Probably. Maybe. I
Hi,
don't
Gary.
know. Hi, Gary. Listen, I was writing hard for Gary up until I wasn't.
Mhm.
So let's be clear. But anyway, so he someone like posted on his Instagram and was like, how you're so cringe or something like that. And he's like, I have been really horrible, but it's sad that my all my antics have been recorded for the world to see because everyone has like bad days. So I just was like, damn, he got me again because at
Stop
least
it.
he's
Well, yeah,
honest.
everybody has bad days, but Sasha, like, are you like routinely like on a Tuesday, like so drunk that you're like telling your coworkers, like, you're pathetic, love triangle, I'm naked, he's such a mess. Like, it's not like, hey, you don't get to be like indignant, Gary, of like, hey, this is a hard job. We all have a rough day. And, I didn't choose to be in the public eye. Like, wrong, wrong, wrong.
I know. He's just such a fool. And I can't believe this is a real person, right? Like this is not a
Yeah,
caricature of
he's a
it.
Muppet.
Yeah, like you did not say Chat GPT, give me the craziest archetype. No, this is a real human being that's been around
Mm-hmm.
before Chat GPT. So I can't. I'm tired of it, Gary. Get your
What do
shit
you think the
together.
G stands for?
Oh no.
Chat Gary party time.
Oh. It's like the Jersey Shore, but for Gary.
GTL?
Yeah. But Gary's just DTF
Yeah,
at all times.
DTF. Cheese chat DTF. So yeah, he was being horrible. But then what about freaking Daisy, who is like in bed with Colin, and it's bad enough he has to put up with her snoring, and then she like says to him like, Gary, what are you doing in my bed? Like, are you, ma'am, what is wrong with you?
Okay. So, but we have to like set the scene here, okay? Because so Daisy has decided, right, that like, okay, this awkwardness is enough. I'm tired. My boys and I have to get back together. We're good, because like Michael says in the chat, right, the three of them kind of have been not dragging, but have been like the drama, right, the whole time. So, the three of them have really been trying to figure something out. They're in the cab, and I think everyone, including the producers, probably want to jump out of the cab because they're just like, this is the worst thing of my life. Like, why are we doing this? But it is what it is. Colin does not want to deal. Gary is not going to apologize. Daisy is yelling. Okay, that's our night. Then somehow Gary has rolled around in the bushes. Because I don't know if you saw his, like, he had, like, stuff, he had flowers in his hair and, like, stuff on his, like, gross t-shirt when he was, apologizing to Colin. But they do a cheers, and I had to bring this. He looks at Colin and goes, cheers to you, puss face. Why?
Yeah. Why do you like this?
Stop the
Yeah.
madness. And then they go to smoke, right? They do this like fake ass apology that is really not an apology. They both call each other the P word. I don't understand why. And Gary looks like he's rolled around on the ground. They're apologizing, but not blah 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 blah. Now they're back. Gary is so wasted. So is Lucy. They jump in the water. All of this is happening, and while Colin and Daisy are making out in the bed.
Yeah.
And then Chase leaves, right? Poor Chase. He said, put a sock on the door, damn it. So Eeyore leaves because he's struggling.
Yes.
And they start hooking up again. And again, they don't blur the ass, but they'll blur her, boobs, whatever. All of a sudden,
I think that's pretty much standards and practices on television.
It's like, I'm just tired of below deck production and how creepy they are. That's all. It's just the shots are weird.
Are you saying you want the
everything
blurred? Okay.
Yeah, I just don't want to I feel like they just zoom in on it.
I wasn't sure if you were saying that. Well, how come
I'm not trying to free the nipple.
Show the butts and they don't, and then they have to blur other things?
No, I'm not freeing the nipple for this one. Okay, like please, I'll
put it all away. Wasabi nipples.
Oh my god!
Put the nipples away.
Jail for that whole all of them. Okay, under the jail, below deck for all.
Abolish below deck.
1000%. Start the hashtag. But yeah, so all of this, right, has led up, right, where Colin is like irritated, not irritated, blah blah blah. Daisy's like worked really hard to get him back on side, blah blah blah. And then like topless, just like she's there, and he is, they're maybe moving around in their sleep, and she goes, Gary, what are you doing? Why are you in my bed? No, the scream I scrumped when she said it, because I feel that I had called it on this podcast, and I did say that she was calling Gary. Calling Colin Gary, but then I was like, maybe it's a Frankenbite. I don't know. Nah.
Yeah. No.
Full on foolish.
Yeah. And then Colin's gonna say like, hey, what's up with that?
Oh my god. My favorite is he goes, what the F? Shut up, man. And then she goes, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kept seeing Gary's face. No, how can you say this?
I mean, she's obsessed with Gary.
She is. I just like there's no has that ever happened to you? I think I would jump off the boat.
Well, has whatever happened? So have I ever
or?
So okay, so have I ever
said the wrong name?
No, but I haven't had to say that many names.
Valid.
And then no, my wife has not ever called me the wrong name. Thank God.
I know. I mean, now it's too late. You're married and all, so it's just like, okay.
Mhm.
But oh my god, I think if I were ever in that situation, I wouldn't even say anything. I think I would just get up and leave and be like, "You must
Mhm.
be." And it's like player 101, right? Like, don't use names. Just say like baby or bae. So you
Yeah.
never get confused. But
Mhm.
rookie mistake, Daisy.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
this is why I think I love Daisy, but she also infuriates me because she's just like, I didn't do anything wrong. She's like, what's the problem? Like, you're both just in my head. I've just been thinking
Mhm.
about it.
So see what this whole thing is doing to me?
Gaslighting 101.
Mhm.
And he goes, "You're a stage 5 idiot." And
Yeah.
I think I fell off my seat because Colin is so tired of her, but not enough because the next day
Not enough.
they're
Yeah.
back.
They're back. They get over it. So, yeah, that's really the extent of the drama with the love triangle here in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird back and forth. And I was like, Colin, stand up. Because he says, well, she's apologizing to me so much. That must mean she cares about me because she doesn't apologize. And I was like, what are you doing? You're good looking. You can sing. You're smart. You're not a himbo.
Mhm.
You're not gross. Like, the bar isn't hell for men anyway. So, like, you're much higher. So, what
You're on
are you
TV.
doing? Like, yeah, like
Mhm.
stand up, Colin. But he is so taken by her. Just
Something about
completely
Daisy. Something about Daisy.
dazed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And in all of this, we talked about Gary. He told Maddie, like, you're pathetic. And Maddie's like, that's it. I'm done with you because, I can that look, there's plenty of other guys that can F as good as the G Man. But apparently not on this boat.
No, because Alex has finally, right? I feel like you now can like breathe easy that narcolepsy man is
Mhm.
actually just not interested. Because when they did the three-way kiss, Matt, well, no, multiple times, but in this episode, where Lucy, Mads, and Alex did the three-way kiss in the cab this time, Alex was like, I mean, you've hooked up with Gary. Yes, so like, this is
Mhm.
it. Like, I'm not going to pursue it.
Deal
And you
breaker.
could, yeah, and Matt, you could tell really wanted to hook up with him because Alex was almost like tempting her, right? Like kissing her and then not kissing her, but moving close to her and then pulling away. And you could just tell she wanted to grab his face and
Mhm.
just like rap, it would have been a rap. But Alex said, no, I have more dignity.
Mhm. Yeah, at least somebody does.
Somebody.
And then poor freaking Chase, he, the closest he came to hooking up this season was when the old ladies, old later days, were in the hot tub with him.
He just got a hug. That's
Mhm.
it. And I will say I do feel a little bad for Chase. I feel that we're getting growth. He's growing up a little. He's a little less obnoxious. Um but he's in hell because Lucy is right there. If you were maybe a little less obnoxious from
She
jump,
called her shot. She said, "No, there's that I swear on my mom and dad's lives that you will never see the
this
parts of her body." Yeah.
and which oh my god, I'll never forget that for the rest of
Mhm.
my life. But yeah, I just feel like if Chase was this Chase at the
He effed
start,
around and found out.
yeah, and you're barking up the wrong tree. And again, Chef just so funny because she's like, yeah, is Chase hot? Is Chase has a good body? Is Chase smart? Yeah, Chase is all of those things. But you know who else is my boyfriend?
Mhm. Yeah.
Why?
Not
He's
gonna tempt
already
me.
dead.
Yeah. Let me bring in a question from the chat,
Yes.
from Maddie, and hopefully not Maddie from the show. Okay.
No, it doesn't look
Do we
like.
see Alex and Mads hook up before the end of the season? Sasha, you want to call your shot on this?
So we do get like a moment, a next episode or next 2 episodes, whatever, saying like, well, if I wanted to hook up, I would hook up with Alex. So I don't think so, even though I want it. What do you think?
I don't think that they will. I just think that Alex has come this far, and who knows? Maybe there's like one last hurrah where everybody gets really crazy on the boat.
Sure.
Like that certainly could happen, but I would bet against it.
Yeah, it could be like another like peck
Yeah, like
situation,
a
but
hot tub,
not.
truth or dare type thing. But
I
I
love
don't
how
think it's
that's
happening.
normal for you now,
Yeah,
Rob.
that's like nothing. It's like nothing. Dare,
Oh my
make
God.
out, whatever.
Episode 1, you were in hell. You're like, "What
Hmm.
is happening?" Now you're like, maybe a
That's
hot
like
tub
nothing.
makeout."
Yeah. It's like
Look how far we've come.
it's like holding hands. It's nothing. Yeah. I want to talk
Oh
about something else that I've noticed where picking on Daisy a little bit with the Gary of
my
it
Oof.
all, but something that I know the one person on this boat, and like earlier in the season I was a little bit like, what is Daisy overreacting to? But I have noticed like that Captain Glenn lets anything fly on this boat. Like anybody could do whatever. The only person he ever gets pissed off at is Daisy, and he blames Daisy for everything. And the only thing that ever gets this man annoyed is if one of the guests is like looking for somebody and there's no stew nearby. And he's like, what the F? This is unacceptable. Like, he could crash the boat could not work, the boat could be on fire. He's like, hey, that's part of the sailing biz. But if somebody's like, hey, it's can somebody get me some ice? Is there anybody trying to give me like what is going on? Where is Daisy?
Yeah, I will say again, okay. These 2 episodes were not a good look for Daisy. I feel like she
Like,
took
she
many
needs to
out.
have her head in the game.
Yeah, also the whole like athlete little like analogy. Stop.
I need the top performers on my. That's why I have Mads and Lucy and Chase. That
Yeah,
these are the best in the business.
look at Gary. I mean,
Mhm.
unfortunately, I can't even try because Gary's good at his job. But still, okay, please, Glenn, look around. Look
Mhm.
who you got. Okay, you literally have the ragtag group at this point, but I, I agree with you up until these 2 episodes that I do think service was bad. Because why has Tim come up like 17,000 times?
I don't know. I don't know what Tim's
Oh my
problem
god.
was.
Tim said, this is supposed to be 7-star service. And Rob, Tim isn't even the primary. That's
No,
the joke.
yeah, it was like they said that there was some other woman
Yeah,
and she didn't
Alicia,
get.
Alicia.
Yeah,
Alicia,
Okay,
yeah.
it was Elisa was the primary. She said nothing. Tim, Elisa is like a mute. Tim is the only person that can talk. It was like Big Jim. Maybe if you are rhyme with Tim or Jim, that you are basically the focal point of attention. Hey, in fairness to Daisy, freaking stupid Tim walked into the glass window.
I'm sorry. And the fact that his friends are laughing at him and this man is straight bleeding. He looks, I don't know how old Tim is, but I feel like Tim looks a little older. Maybe it's the white hair. So if someone that old, again, I don't know his age. So like, I'm not trying to drag,
Mhm.
but please, is someone older, right? Like, I feel like anything above
This was
50.
like a senior moment.
No, that I'm just like anything above 50, like I'm thinking of my mom, would like run into a door. I feel like I'm stressed out to be like, "No, your body can't handle this. Like, please, we gotta fix this." But they're just like, could not stop laughing at this man.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I think he was
constant.
fine. Like, he didn't fall down. And we've seen people get worse head injuries just this season
Yeah.
on below deck.
No,
Now,
this was a baby injury,
okay, so
correct.
Gary's like, he's bleeding, and we needed to like get a bit, and like we were calling Daisy. Now, Daisy says the radio doesn't work in certain parts, and Captain Glenn's like, no, you effed up, but if the radio doesn't work,
She turned
like,
it down. I saw it twice.
yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
it did
See, she
work.
goes back and you can see her turn it down. Production, I'm telling you, production definitely doesn't like Chase. I don't know what Daisy has done to piss them off. I'm wondering if Daisy's not coming back and that's why, something. but they were
Mhm.
burying her because
Yeah.
they were like, it's been 17 minutes since service. Whenever Daisy's like, has it
Yeah.
been 5 minutes since I came? And everyone else is like, yeah, it's been 5 minutes. Meanwhile, it's been 17.
Well, if we were going to speculate about why production might not like
Yes.
Daisy, it's like I think that the biggest rule of reality TV production is production doesn't like it when you keep secrets from them. And it
Oh,
seems
well,
like
there
that
you go.
Daisy came into this season and was like, "All right, Gary, we hooked up, but don't tell the producers. Don't
Oh,
let
there it
anybody
is.
know." And I think they could be pissed about that.
Okay, yes. I think that has to be it because I bet you they would have redid the whole season, right? If they would have
Mhm.
had this information. Like their questions would have been probably different. They would have set up, different things and pulled the little strings here and there. And does Gary make it onto the boat earlier?
Well, he had COVID. I don't
Well,
know.
I like,
Did
do
they
they
hold off
push
the
the whole
season? Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Because
know,
then I feel like he's important for night one if
but
they've
I
hooked up.
feel like that the producers probably would have been more in Daisy's business about Daisy. "Oh, yeah, Gary's hooking up with Mads. What do you think about
Yeah.
that? Like, how do you feel?" And, they really did not even, like, focus on her opinion on that.
Yeah, agreed. So that
Mhm.
well, look, thank you, Rob. This is why you're here. But
Mhm.
no, because it was so obvious production was being shady for I felt like it did the stews mess up? Yes. Was it like this bad that it needed to be a whole half of the episode? No. Okay. Because Tim literally every 2 seconds was coming down and
Yeah.
was like, we need this. But I don't know why the stews are always stretched so thin. Like, I don't find that fun. And this happens on every below deck where there's sometimes even 4 deckhands, Rob, like with the bosun included. So
Mhm.
3 plus 1. Versus like there's always, I feel like only 3 stews. It makes no sense because I feel like you need 4 to really, have one that's like always on the guest, 2 so 1 in laundry, 1 doing turn downs, and then the chief stew that's, like, managing. But I feel that this is, like, a production thing, like, they want this drama.
Mhm. Yeah. They wanna have everybody, like, always, like, running around, "Oh my god, there's an
Yeah,
emergency.
exactly.
What are you gonna do?" But so it's not that exciting. I'll tell you what else is also not exciting that we get all the time is, "Uh-oh, Glenn's gotta park the freaking boat." Like,
Oh my
he's
god.
backing in, he's backing into the parking spot, he's gonna parallel park the boat.
Do you think okay, here's my question, because I enjoy watching the docking, but I agree with you that I know nothing bad is gonna happen, so I watch it with that, right? Like, I just think
Mhm.
it's, like, cool thing to look at. But if okay,
It
so
was
what
beautiful when
yeah,
they,
that's what I mean.
docked
So
the
I was
boat in
like, if
France.
you
Yeah.
looked at it that way, right, to be, like, just the compilations of the coolest dockings, would that be fun? Without the, like,
I wouldn't
production
say it would
egging it
be
on.
fun,
Well,
but
yeah.
it's always like everybody like gets like all in a panic. They love to like end the
Mhm.
episode on this. They love to do it in the coming attractions. Like, oh, we're getting too close to that boat. Like it's like the boat that cried wolf. That every single time they have to do anything with the boat, they're like, we're gonna crash. We're gonna like, we're way too close.
You're just like, "Just crash it already,
Well, how many close
please."
calls have they had?
Literally this time, I was like, "If the anchor is dragging, why aren't y'all moving the boat?"
Hmm.
I don't the math ain't mathing on that, I'll tell you that, 'cause Gary's screaming, everyone's, like, his stomach is in their ass, and then next thing you know, Glenn is like, "It's fine, just put more chain," and he's yelling to the other boat, like, "Put more chain down. How about you move your boat?"
Hmm.
'Cause and the episode title, for 13 was, like, T-bone something. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop no T-bone, nothing happened. There wasn't even steak served. Literally no T-bone. So,
Yeah.
stop.
Tim T-boned the glass. I think
Oh,
that was as
oh
close as I
my
get to. Did you like it when Tim's, like, face mark was on the glass?
okay, because those Windex ads, right? Of like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is so shiny that
Mads
the"
is gonna have to Windex.
Daisy should since she turned down the radio.
Mhm.
But the fact that after he leaves, right? they're still laughing about his face print.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I would die. Because again, known clumsy human, me, I think I would do this, Rob.
Yeah.
But I would be like, "That didn't hurt. I'm
I
good."
remember one time in my life doing this somewhere, and it is truly the worst because this is a double whammy of like it is freaking embarrassing and it also hurts.
And it's on TV, imagine.
It's on TV. Yeah, you're a gif. Susan says there was a lot of skin cream for Tim.
Yeah. I'm sure you haven't seen this, Rob, but maybe someone in the chat has. But the Kardashians on one of the episodes, Kim and Courtney were fighting, and Courtney slaps Kim so hard that she hit her head like ricochets off the wall. And next thing you know, on the wall, there's like a whole brown
Oh
like
my
face
god.
print because of that's how much like makeup they have on that is just like on the wall, like a
Mm-hmm.
full face almost.
What, one of the Kardashians literally hit another one?
Well, yeah, they fight a lot, but this she like almost hit her like she head
Wow.
butted her into the wall almost, but she slapped her. But I guess the
Mhm.
slap was so hard that she hit her. So that's all I could think of, Susan, when I saw his face because I was like, that's a lot of sunscreen, and he must have some like foundation, BB cream, something on,
Mhm.
and that's just on the door.
Wow.
And then Rob, I
Yeah.
don't know if you caught this because this was a passing comment, but guess who says, How does this happen? How can you run into glass?"
Who said that?
Our friend Lucy.
Oh, Lucy the klutz.
Lucy, you fell off the bed.
Mhm.
They had to literally put a baby gate up for you, Lucy.
Mhm.
What do you mean? How did this happen?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just I thought it was funny, and I am definitely, like, low-hanging fruit. When people fall, I do laugh. I will ask you, "Are you okay?"
Yes.
But I find it funny. I can't lie. My stepdad, we finished with Santa Cruz Boardwalk, and it's, like, a bunch of rides. Like, it was a long day because we were at the
Mhm.
beach, we were tired, and we were walking to our car, and next thing you know, you hear a huge, like, bam, and it I don't know that it sounded like a gunshot, but, a loud, like,
Yeah.
it was very loud. So, my husband is, like, flat on the floor because
Oh
he's, like
no.
because he thinks that, someone got shot. So he's like, "I need to save myself." So he's flat on the
Mhm.
sidewalk. My mom and I are like, "What the hell is going on?" Because we're loud Indians. Turns out my stepdad hit the sign. Like, he's so tall, right? That the 2-hour parking sign,
Oh wow.
he ran into that.
That's got and you I feel like you could really get hurt on that. That's metal.
Yeah, we were like, "No, like, you need to go to like, baby, let's take you, get you checked out." He's like, "I'm good." And he just walked off and literally nothing happened to this
Mhm.
man. But that was like a loud clang. So whenever someone runs into something, I will always remember that nothing is worse than running into a sign.
So
God.
something I could think of that is worse.
Oh God.
Let's talk about so some of the dinner that was
Ooh.
served
Oof.
to Tim and his crew. And they were going to France and they were having like some kind of sushi dinner. They wanted to be serenaded under the Italian moon. And somehow there was some like I guess there's a dish, sushi on Gary is a thing. Okay.
Nigiri. Yeah.
Nigiri,
So
okay,
that's why they made the joke.
okay,
Yeah.
and personally, this seemed like this was Daisy who was really like, "Oh, what if the sushi's on Gary? What if it's on Gary? What if Gary lays out?" It seemed like that Daisy is the person that wanted this the most.
Where is the lie? Okay. Because they
Mhm,
said it and they said it in such a passing joke, right? Gary just happened to be back there. So they said it out loud. They already had sushi. They don't want it again. They paid all this money.
and they don't want it on Gary.
I'm sorry. Who wants it besides Daisy? Who in reality once. Okay. So then while they said this, right, my husband and I were like talking about it. And I was like, that is disgusting. Like, do they think they are Kanye, like doing this at their birthday party? Because Kanye just had just had
Mhm.
a birthday party and like he had a woman, but like again, a beautiful woman, very different situation. So Karthik, my husband, goes, well, they're gonna put plates on Gary, and you just have to have enough sushi,
Yeah.
right? So we're speculating, and I said, you have to make a lot of sushi to cover Gary. How will this work? Because usually, again, I feel like we see women covered in it. I feel that the female body is maybe a little bit more beautiful, and whatever. Okay,
Mhm.
maybe I'm being sexist. Well, I don't know, but the point is, then I see Gary, right? He's gone on this
Yeah.
long walk, okay, with them in France. Okay, musty as hell. Do you remember him talking about a rash at the start of the episode
No,
12?
I don't recall.
Yes.
Yeah.
He asked Daisy, I need some rash cream because I'm chafing or something like that.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
and did oh my god. And then he comes back and they're yelling at him about showering. And everyone is like, oh, yeah, go shower. And he's like, geez, I am. Leave me alone. I have 20 minutes to shower.
Mhm.
And then why is there so much hair? You have to shave if you're going to be the sushi plate.
And yet, not for anything. I don't know, like, from not that I've been to any places where they do this, but I feel like that they tend to like have like a big leaf that goes on the person. Like I feel like that this is typically
Yes.
not done with the actual sushi on the skin of like the disgusting man that the sushi is being served on. Like I feel like even like in like places where they do like they put there's like a I don't know what type of leaf, like a palm
Yeah.
frond or like a bay leaf or something,
Or a
like
banana leaf, which
yeah,
is
banana,
big.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that, and then the sushi sits on that. There's a buffer.
Or something, right? Like, I feel like just put plates on him. I think that's fine. This is look
Not
at
like
their
a sweaty, cigarette smoking, dirty sailor. And then put
yeah,
the sushi on him,
and again,
on his wasabi nipples.
yeah, it just does not look good, and I
Run
have to
with
say,
that
like,
out of context.
oh god, they just dragged you too for your nothing but Netflix one,
Mhm.
got put on, but the thing is, I think when you have to shave, I think secondly, you gotta put something down. The hair is just not it. Again, I don't if there was a woman, right? Like, as an Indian woman, I feel like my arms are pretty hairy. If they're putting first of all, no one's putting sushi on me, but if you were somehow, maybe for $1 billion, yeah, I would be like, I need to like make sure
Who's
my arms
are
are
you getting the
waxed.
$1 billion?
Yeah, if
Okay.
yeah, that's the only way I'm doing that mess, please.
Mhm.
And even then, I'll be like, also, you have to put
Nine
something on
hundred
me.
900 million, it's no.
Maybe we can talk.
Mhm.
We can talk.
Mhm.
Because that's just probably how much one house is in the Bay Area.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I was just like, have some dignity, everyone, right? Every single human
They ate
involved
the
with this.
sushi. They ate it.
No, but Alex is right there. If we're gonna eat sushi off of
Yeah.
anyone, why is it not Alex?
I
But
do
I
feel
don't
like
even want to eat it off of
yeah, I feel like
Alex.
Alex is also like
He is. He's
not the
pretty hairy.
smoothest guy. Yeah. I mean, might be smoother. Well, maybe Gary is actually smoother in his game.
Yeah, well, yeah. Chase is actually the least hairless. But
Mhm.
Chase it like has no, these are not 60 plus women, so it's not happening
Right.
for Chase.
Right. And then okay, and then so like and then they put the wasabi on
Oh
his nipples.
Lord.
And
That
then
was them
people
just being
used the freaking nipple wasabi.
are these guests all right?
No.
No, I'm sorry. This is so wrong. Because
Mhm.
I think I would have yacked if I seen this. And I think I would want to party with Gary. I think he's a hot mess, and that's what I want when I go out. But boy, I don't want food
Mhm.
on human beings like that. That's weird. I feel like that's an intimate thing, and the fact that this man is just like for the streets, for the boat, whatever, and you just raw dogging sushi on him. I don't comprehend. Put a plate on, please, God,
Mhm.
please. Why did you do this to us?
Yeah. Stand up, Tim. Stand up.
Tim is getting
Yes.
all the lashings. 'Cause that's
Mhm.
the only name we know. I think
Yeah.
Robin is the one with big knuckles. That's all. Who
Mhm.
eats slow. But it's
Yeah.
just I don't know, man. I think they really did us dirty with this because
Yeah, well, Gary did himself dirty, and I don't know. It's just like it was all like terrible, and
oh,
then
Tim asked
and
for non-Gary wasabi. Okay, Tim, you
eventually,
get one.
he did.
But I thought they like maybe they didn't.
But they were using it at first, and then like I had to watch Gary come in. I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. Sorry, Daisy. But then when Gary was talking about how like his nipples were burning, and then he was playing with his nipples, and then his
In
nipples
the
were getting
confessional.
yeah.
This
This
too
is
much.
this is too much.
And then he's in his underwear. That I swear to God, it's been the same underwear for 7 days. I just kidding. I'm just
Mhm.
kidding. But I just feel like we've seen it a lot, that one. Maybe it's a pack of 3. And then he's in the kitchen, just in his underwear and putting ice on his nipples. What is the reason? What this is so unsanitary.
Mhm.
Like, I just stop this. Right? Chef should have been like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean, what is the Board of Health involved in these water international waters? I guess not.
Absolutely not. They said vibes only, baby.
Vibes only.
If you get something, sign the waiver.
Yeah. Okay. What else was going on in these episodes? We had a little bit of like drama with Chase and Alex and Gary. Alex is not actually very good at his job. He doesn't ever clean overnight. He talks to Matt. That's it. Chase
And
always
looks at
complains.
fish.
Yeah, Chase always complains to Gary, and then Gary goes back to Alex like, "Oh, Chase is mad at you. I don't care, but Chase is pissed."
What a loser. Yuck. Like
Mhm.
one incompetence really irritates me. Like I do not like incompetent people. Not that anyone does, but like I just like really have a disdain for these types of people. And Alex unfortunately maybe hasn't been taught. I think that's the story that seems to be coming out every time the boys are talking. Especially when they were on Watch What Happens Live. And it seems like Gary is just the most spineless, weird manager of my life, right? Like
Mhm.
he should be taught in management schools. Like they should just show this and be like, here's how you don't manage or what went wrong in this case study. Like that's what I'm gonna do if I ever teach a
Mhm.
management course. And being like, besides the fact that he's hooked up with this guy's girl, but let's leave that because
Mhm.
that's a HR issue. We can't get into that. This is management school. So just tell me what happened.
Yeah. Wendy in the chat says Gary's a terrible manager. He throws them both of them under the bus. Yeah, he's like, so like uh Alex, Chase is pissed at you. And then he's like, suck it up, Buttercup. Like, well, which is it? Pick a lane, Gary.
And imagine, right? Glenn is irritated. So Glenn is telling Chase, who because Chase is on mornings, and so Chase rightfully tells his supervisor all of this.
Mhm.
And then this guy turns around and he's like, yeah, I mean, I told Chase, suck it up, Buttercup. Who, what? Are you all right?
No.
Where is the brain? Did the wasabi suck it all out? Like, I
That was
don't
before the
understand.
wasabi.
Do you know what? It's the rash. It's
Mhm.
gone to his brain. Because
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't like this. I'm embarrassed for all of these people.
Mhm. Sasha, what else happened this week that you want to talk about?
Nothing else. We did get the preview, right, of for before this episode, I mean, where Daisy is like freaking out and she's like, 2 of you have been effing with my head, blah blah blah. What a non-moment that was.
Yeah.
So I just want to say Colin was trying to hold Daisy accountable. did not happen. And again, I think Daisy should teach classes, and I don't mean this in shady way. Like, I would like to learn how to like not take any accountability. I think that is just so good at being like, no, it's you, it's not me. And
Mhm.
Colin just like, they kiss and make up, no problem.
Yeah.
Stand up.
They do kiss and make up. So, what do you think's gonna happen when Daisy's sister comes?
Yeah, it looks like Daisy or Daisy's sister hooks up with Gary.
Alex? Yeah.
Yeah, we have Bonnie and I think Alex that hook up, and that which we've seen already. And then I swear Daisy and Gary kiss. Or
Okay.
trying to kiss, try not to kiss. So that's interesting. I don't know.
Mhm.
I feel like that's in the preview where she's in a pink dress. But again, I don't know that if that's Bonnie. I don't, but
Mhm.
TBD.
Yeah. Both Daisy and Colin have like close relationships with their sisters.
Yeah, I like it.
But Gary's definitely gonna try to hook up with Daisy's sister.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like for the drama at this point, we should.
Yeah. I mean, no woman can step on the boat that Gary's not gonna try to hook up with.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. This is from Crumbs on My Bed. Have we talked about Chase and Ali-
The
Alicia?
chef. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
Aisha.
chef. The
Yeah.
chef that we don't know how to say her name.
Yes.
Um,
We're
yeah, we
horrible.
we talked about it a little bit, but it seemed like that they're like trying to make something happen, and Chase is like up for something happening, but I mean, that he is clearly like in the friend zone, and I think he just has to take it because she's one of the few people that will even have him in the friend zone.
Correct. That's exactly it. I think that Aisha is like, "Okay, listen, he is nice to me. He likes me a little, so he'll tend to my boo-boos," as Chase calls them.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll hang around for me if I need to. So, I think sometimes when you're on a boat and you're maybe a little alone, I feel that a little attention goes a long way. So I think that's what's happening. And Chase's ass has been kicked out of or kicked himself out, let me be clear, of his rooms multiple times. So the chutzpah then to go to Aisha's room and say, "Can I like crash here?" Where? On the floor?
Mm-hmm. She's like, no, you can't.
And
Get
she's
out of
like,
here.
"I got a man. Like
Yes.
I
Well,
hug you." And
yeah,
that's
there's one
it.
point he starts talking to Colin. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know there's another person in there. Oh, okay, I have to leave."
No, that was my favorite moment ever. So now we have Alex putting the water bottle on Glenn's head and Chase now. So Chase is like, "Oh, I'm back." Like da da da. I tried to hook up with Aisha, but she's not having it, blah blah blah, right? Going on a whole like monologue, soliloquy about his pain. Colin is replying, being a good roommate. And then Chase was like, "Oh yeah. Did you and Daisy hook up?" And Colin was like, "What?" And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Wasn't there someone in bed with you?" And he's like, "Who was I with?" And he's like, "Daisy. Did you hook up with Daisy?" And then he's like, "Oh, she's still here."
Mm-hmm.
Is it really that pitch dark that you can't see a whole
I
nother
guess it must be
human?
dark, like in the Big Brother house, like in the rooms, like
Oh
when
yeah.
that it's like pitch
Tamar.
black, but
Yeah.
those cameras are like in night vision.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny because he's like, "Oh, there's another person. I'm out of here."
You ran for it. Crumbs on My Bed also wanted to know about do you have any fun Captain Glenn moments?
Yeah, I mean, we got the chess. We got a bunch of yeah babies. He is I think it was he is tired of Alex being his roommate, I can tell, because he
Mhm.
throws his blanket. But I feel like that was it. Oh, and he talked about having dreams again. But
Yeah.
that's I think that's it. Or with like we didn't get too much craziness with Glenn this time. I feel he's
No.
just pissed off.
Also that this the show like shows us like anytime like anybody like farts on the
Oh my
boat, like
god, man. It's too much.
it's too much. Like these people are in the service industry. Like I don't know.
No, above deck is when they're in the service industry,
I
but
guess
below
so.
deck is nothing. There's zero Wild West out
I
there.
don't need to see like every bodily function of these people.
Correct. I telling you, I don't want to see close-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being creeps. I don't want to see or hear every weird, gross thing that's
Yeah,
happening.
Chase talked about how he pooped and it smelled like a whiskey sour.
Are y'all all right? Like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
stop drinking.
Yeah,
This too much.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay.
Yeah. Also comes on my bed said, I help. Why am I rooting for Chase to hook up? With Aisha. Yes, I am too, because
This might be Chase's burner account.
but I would also like that because I am toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I think, would be drama.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reunion would be messy if that happened.
It would be very messy. All right.
I'm with you.
So let's just talk a little bit about like what is still to come in this season of Below Deck. Do you have a sense of we have 2 more hours coming up this week?
Yes. I think we have 4 hours in all.
Okay, and now does that include a reunion show?
No, so 5 hours, like, to finish up everything.
Okay. All right.
So we have
So there's
2,
also some
2, 1.
rumors that next week is going to be 2 hours, then the week after is going to be no Below Deck.
Yeah, 4th of July weekend, I think we're getting just, like, a marathon instead of new
Mhm.
episodes,
Hmm.
allegedly.
Okay. And then is everything wrapping up then the following week?
Yeah, then we get 2 episodes, and then the week after is a reunion. So maybe in the next,
Mhm.
whatever, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Mid-July, I think, is when we're gonna be done.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out
I
on
looked it up, and then I should have
mhm.
screenshotted it, but, here we are,
Yeah,
vibes
I'm just seeing
only.
stuff about the regular Below Deck, not Below Deck
Yeah.
colon sailing yacht. Okay. So yeah, but we're closing in, and
Mhm.
Captain Glenn keeps saying like we gotta finish strong. We gotta like it doesn't matter if this is the 9th charter. I want it to be as good as the first. The first wasn't that great.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know why we're having this conversation. I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's done. It's really done. Glenn, the boat is washed. It needs to go
Mm-hmm.
sink at the bottom, and this crew is so done. Which
Yeah.
always happens. Like if you're a charter guest, you want to be like the third charter, I think. Because the
Yeah.
first two, they're still like, getting their training wheels off. But then after the fourth one, I feel like they don't give two Fs. They're just like, I'm done. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care about
Yeah.
any of this.
We care. Okay.
We do.
Sam Moore says reunion on the 17th.
Yeah. Okay, that
Okay.
makes sense. And
Okay.
then we will have Below Deck Down Under, but
Mm-hmm.
this time it won't be premiering on Peacock. I misspoke last time. It looks like it's gonna be like regular,
On
like
Bravo.
that's just gonna be the next one. Yeah, on Bravo. Because
Okay.
last time they had Below Deck Down Under on Peacock while Med was going on Bravo. But this time I think they're gonna do one only.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sasha, what else is coming up for you?
Mess Magnets, as always, will be
Yes.
on. Where
What's going on Mess Magnets this week?
listen, so
I saw the
much.
artwork. Yes.
Yeah, so Kourtney Kardashian is pregnant. Speaking of Kourtney, so we talked about that, and then
Are we
after
happy? We're excited?
yeah, because they've been trying for a while. Listen, everything we know about it is really gross, and I won't bring it up on here. But I'm happy for them.
Hmm.
They
Now
just
I'm
talked a lot
curious.
about how they tried Rob, and she said she used to drink his, yeah,
But
that does
I
not
don't think
help.
it works that way.
Listen, I don't know. Okay, these people have lost their minds. But she's pregnant, everyone. Yay. And the way she announces, which is really cute. It was a homage to one of his like music videos where someone else was holding a sign saying, Travis, I'm pregnant. So I thought that was cute. It was at his show. Then we had a long conversation about Russell Simmons and
Mhm.
Kimora Lee Simmons. There's a lot of Father's Day drama there. If anyone watched Baby Fat or War Baby Fat, the founders are in hell. They're fighting. There's a lot of drama there with their kids, unfortunately. And then we talked Jocelyn Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop, Rob, because she went to jail because she's fighting behind the scenes at the Floyd Mayweather fight.
Wow.
And she was like beating the life out of like grown security guards. Like you want her on your team is the point. And then we talked, that's what is it? Not submarine, but
the submersive.
But yes, we talked about that too, and lots of other stuff. So check out Mess Magnets with Kirsten McKennis. Lots of ridiculousness. And Never Have I Ever will be out soon on Silent Podcast and on post-show recaps, Rob. I'm going to be covering Secret Invasion with Jason Reed. So
okay, have you watched it yet?
No, not yet. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm excited for that.
People are excited. Okay. All right. Well, be sure to check out everything that Sasha is doing, plus everything we have going on over on RHAP, where I just dropped my first Survivor 44 postseason interview with the great Jam Rocho. Had a really nice time catching up with Jam, not to mention everything we're doing Stars on Mars and much more over at robhasawebsite.com. Thank you so much for joining us here for Below Deck: Sailing Yacht. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.